Our Langkawi flight took us south to the island of Penang. It was only a short flight and it took less than half an hour. On the 11th of August 1786, Francis Light landed on Penang and took possession of the island in the name of King George III and the British East India Company. It was named Prince of Wales Island in honour of the heir to the British throne, but the name never caught on. Penang was the perfect location for trade. The occasion marked the beginning of over a century of British involvement in Malaya. The island has a population of over 1 million, with people of all races including Malay, Chinese and Indians. We drove down back streets which gave us a glimpse of everyday life in Georgetown. 5-foot ways are pedestrian areas indented into the ground floor of a building that is close to the road. The overhanging upper floors can provide a cover to shield pedestrians from the sun and rain. They can also function as a corridor for people to window shop or stop for refreshments. We were treated to a tour of some of the most impressive temples that Penang has to offer. The Kek Lok Si Temple remains the largest Buddhist temple complex in Southeast Asia. Islam is the main religion of Malaysia, but other religions are practiced freely. Penang is predominantly Chinese, so Buddhism and Taoism are the foremost religions practiced here. The Penang Botanical Gardens are also known as the Waterfall Gardens. It is situated near Georgetown. It was under the supervision of Charles Curtis that the gardens were first established when he recognised the potential of using an old quarry in 1884. The Siamese and Burmese temples reside in the street where my girlfriend grew up. The Sleeping Buddha is a well-recognised icon, and many local tour companies include it in their itinerary. We travelled by ferry to the Malay Peninsula, where the province Wellesley is located. This is also part of the state of Penang. While my girlfriend and her brother ordered some of the local food, I went for a walk and filmed part of the town before joining them. The structure was officially opened to traffic in 1985. The total length is 13.5 kilometres, making it the longest bridge in Malaysia and one of the longest in Southeast Asia. Penang is renowned as the food capital of Malaysia, especially hawker food, and most Malaysians claim that the best is found on this island. It's open to the public, and it gave us an insight into the quiet life and routine of these residents. The next day, friends of my girlfriend picked us up and took us for a drive around the island. Our first stop was the Spice Garden. It has a good collection of local edible and ornamental plants. Although I was extremely impressed with the Penang butterfly farm, I didn't take any video and spent all my time chasing insects around with my macro lens. Balik Palau literally means the other side of the island. Early settlers were political refugees from Thailand, Indonesia and other parts of northern Malaysia. In the 1800s, the town was little more than a few simple longhouses. But during the 1900s, the area underwent a huge growth with the development of Chinese-style brick shophouses. Across the road from Burma Lane, we had a look around the Pulau Tikus wet market. Outside the main building was many street vendors hawking their wares, including this native medicine man with his potions. The Blue Mansion was built by a wealthy Chinese merchant in the 1880s. Our guide went into complex detail explaining the history of the building. It took about an hour to complete the tour. Unfortunately, they wouldn't let us film inside, which was a pity because my girlfriend's classmate used to live there. I must stress, during our stay on the island, we saw many magnificent buildings, but this temple so impressed me I couldn't stop saying wow. The temple was completed in 1898 by the forefathers of the Ku clan, and it is by far the greatest clan temple on the island of Penang. The Chinese craftsmanship showed best in the wood carvings of the beams. The Green Mansion was built at the end of the 19th century, and the style was influenced by both European and Eastern designs of its time. This was our last day on Penang. Tomorrow we would catch another flight, this time to the capital city of Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur.